everyone, my name is Shiyla Terry, and our poster, Liberation Through Counterspace Collaboration, The Impact of Diversity Resources on Critical Action, focuses on the importance of critical action, which allows historically marginalized youth to feel a sense of control over their lives and communities by performing acts to dismantle systemic inequities. For many youths, college is a way to engage civically and sociopolitically. However, while students engage in civic engagement, for example, voting, that doesn't necessarily mean they're engaging in acts to dismantle systems of oppression. Therefore, for our project specifically, we conceptualize critical action as a different type of civic engagement. Additionally, we're also working from the perspective that diversity resources, which includes faculty, student organizations, ethnic studies courses, and resource centers, are virtually the only counter spaces within colleges for people of minoritized backgrounds to reflect on their lived experiences and learn how to navigate and resist systems of inequity. Our key objective in conducting this research is to contribute to the existing literature by 1, examining the structural factors related to critical action. And by structural factors, we mean the diversity resources available on college campuses. 2, quantify literature on diversity resources, as much of the current literature examines diversity resources qualitatively. 3, expand on civic engagement literature to include critical action because, as previously mentioned, engaging in behaviors to promote social change doesn't necessarily equate to dismantling systemic inequities. And 4, we want to expand critical action literature to include Southeast Asian American or SEAA students, because a majority of critical consciousness literature overall focuses on the experiences of Black and Latinx folks. With all of this in mind, our study asks, are diversity resources associated with SEAA student engagement in critical action? We ran a multiple logistic regression and found that the overall model was significant, with involvement in SEAA student organizations predicting greater critical action. We also used socioeconomic status and gender as controls and found that gender was significant. Our finding was that female-identified students who interacted with diversity resources were more likely to engage in critical action. Our research mirrors existing epistemology, investigating the same resources that have been scrutinized for their effectiveness regarding SEAA college students and their experiences. We highlight collaboration between students as opposed to individualized resources. And we call on universities to examine the structures they have or don't have in place instead of an over-reliance on individual aspects of students' experiences, such as that of resilience. While college campuses often promote diversity, equity, and inclusion, these promises are not backed up by funding, and therefore organizations often lack space or face barriers to encourage student engagement and opportunities for critical action. If schools truly care about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and in allowing SEAA students spaces for collaboration, more attention and funding needs to be given to cultural student organizations. We propose for future investigation regarding the association between cultural organizations on SEAA critical action, more examination on promoting engagement across generations, and more critical analysis of how cultural organizations can contribute to challenging deficit thinking. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope our learning might inspire yours.